Hello. So I'm going to be talking with you about one of my absolute favorite hacks for grading essays faster. And when I show you what this looks like in practice in a moment, you're going to be a little overwhelmed by the colors. So I just want to give you a heads up. But today I'm going to talk about how I have my students color code their essays so that when they're going through them, they know if they made some mistakes. And when I'm going through them, it's faster for me to grade to a rubric. Even better, students seeing things in color, just like we organize all of their supplies in color, helps them to start thinking more analytically about their writing. So it's bright, but it's going to change your grading. I know it's bright, but this student is showing me the pieces of their essay. Even more, they were checking them for themselves. So this has a couple of benefits. One, my grading is so much quicker. When I'm going through this rubric that I have set up, it is so quick for me to know because I have them color code some of the most important things that I am looking for. So my text evidence line, I'm looking for the pink. Topic sentences and organization, I'm looking for the green and the yellow. Blue is their transition words. And then looking at the students' thinking and how they're adding their own examples, it's what's left in white. And those are essentially the things we're looking for in their essays. So this makes it really quick for me to grade. Secondly, rather than saying to this student when I'm giving feedback that they aren't using enough transition phrases, I realize that they just think that these simplistic ones are okay for middle school. So we can talk about that. We can also talk about how "and always" is not a transition phrase. Where this helps me a lot is with the topic sentence. This student understands topic sentence, but I can't tell you how many students have highlighted something as if it was a topic sentence that either is not a topic sentence or could be a topic sentence except it's in the middle or at the end of a paragraph. And it completely changes the way that I give my students feedback to know that they're trying, they just don't understand. And it helps with any reteaching that I might need to do whole class. So I have trained my students to do this, and by halfway through the year, the other thing I love about this is it empowers them to already be looking as they're drafting, wait a second. And I will hear them say this to each other in peer editing, there's not enough pink. Or you have way too much pink here. Or try and put a little more pink into the second paragraph. They're still struggling to understand text evidence, but they visually see when something is imbalanced with these colors. So I have my students color code, and I give them time, and these are the instructions I give them. Now, I do recommend that at the beginning of the year, you do an activity that allows them to practice color coding with an essay that isn't theirs. For this, I use a mentor text, and it's also a great opportunity for me to work with them to understand what these things are that I'm going to be looking for in their writing all year long. So this is sort of what that lesson will look like that I start the year with. So I give them the essay. Sometimes I use an essay from a past year. Sorry, it's summer here and I've got some bugs coming in. Sometimes I use an essay from a past year. Other times I use one that I've written, depending on the group and what I know we'll be doing that year. So we talk about why it's important. I help them understand what it's going to look like, and then they practice with a partner. They go through all of these different pieces, and then we have some great opportunities to compare how the color coding looks and discuss what did we mean. Possibly one of the most important parts, we practice what they would do if this was their essay that they had given feedback on. Because we know that students struggle with the editing process, but when they're critiquing someone else's work, it's easy to say, oh, well, I wouldn't have known to do this. And now they have that frame of reference for the rest of the year about editing. Color coding essays has totally changed the way that my grading goes and the terror that I have or don't have with a stack of essays to grade. For more time-saving tips, I'm going to encourage you to check out my training for time-saving tips for the middle school ELA classroom. It'll be linked here. If you would like to download the student reflection slides just for show and color coding essays, those are available, but thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to post a link so that you can get this entire lesson for students at the beginning of the year to get them that practice. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much, and continue to educate for justice in every way you can.